All right, what's up everybody, Ricky HD, and I want to bring you a video on tuners. I get questions about this a lot. What tuner should I get? You know, which one's better than which? What's the difference between these? So what I've done is I've gotten the three main tuners that you're probably going to come across for your applications. These are the three main ones. And of course, there's different benefits and there's different downfalls. There's different interactability, there's different easiness, others that are pretty difficult. You know, you want to take it out and you want to have custom builds and performance, and some of them don't do as much performance. So I'm going to get into all of that. The first thing you need to know is we're going to go with this one. This is the Harley-Davidson, what the hell they call it? It's the Pro Street Tuner, right? This is the Pro Street Tuner, and the benefit of this would be probably that it doesn't void your warranty. So if you're doing a custom application, you just bought your bike, you got a warranty, do not go with any of these. Go with a Pro Street Tuner. The reason I say this is because Harley-Davidson is very quick to void your warranty. They're not quick to pick up the slack. So if you have a warranty, I would go with this. The only problem with this is that you need somebody that knows what they're doing to tune this properly. So when you plug this in, as you can see here, it has a plug for a computer. When you plug this into your computer, it comes up basically as like an Excel spreadsheet with different values and tables. If you don't know what you're doing, you can seriously jack your bike up. If you do know what you're doing, I guess it works out for you. But most people don't know exactly what they're doing with this just because it's so difficult. I mean, you have to be a trained tech or know halfway what you're doing in order to use this. The other thing about this that I think is a downfall on the side is that Harley-Davidson, if you've heard my other videos, is everything they do has to be EPA regulated. It's EPA regulation, so you're not going to be able to get the complete power, the complete torque, the complete energy, the completeness of a Harley-Davidson motorcycle with this tuner. All right, so next we have the Dynajet Power Vision. The Dynajet Power Vision is very popular with you guys out there that are tech savvy, that really understand what you're doing, and you're going to take your build past a stage 2. So if you're going to take your builds out to a stage 2, you're going to take it to a stage 3, you're going to do big bores, you're going to do high performance, you're going to do, you know, crazy compression ratios. The Dynajet Power Vision is what you want to go with. You don't want to go with either of these because they can't handle that capability. They don't have the capability in order to do that. The Dynajet Power Vision does. When it comes to ease of access, we'll get into it a little bit later. I'll show you how to use this. When it comes to ease of access, it's pretty easy, right? Use the CAN bus system. This can be hooked onto your handlebars. You can put it in your saddlebag. You can take it off the bike if you want after you load your tunes. But with this, the interface lights up. It's all touchscreen, and it's pretty easy. You can, you know, walk yourself through it. Do a little research online, go to dynojet.com, and you can use this and be able to tune your bike pretty readily, easily. Now, like I said, when it comes to the variables, tables, and all these other things, ratios, you're going to want to let a professional do that, or you can hit up Dynajet or these other companies. They will sell you a custom tune for your application, and you just upload it to the ECM, boom, clear it, it's tuned. The easiest for the majority of you out there, you're going to want the FP3. This is the Vance and Hines FP3 tuner. And what's great about the FP3 tuner is it also uses the CAN bus system, right? Hooks in, goes right underneath your flap, and it operates on an application. So the application is super easy to use, and it's basically you pick your exhaust manufacturer, you pick your intake, you pick your cubic inches, you pick your cam, you pick all these different things. These both have the ability to do auto tunes. The Pro Street Tuner does not have the that I know of, have the ability to auto-tune. But I will say that the Dynajet is a little bit easier when it comes to tuning, when it comes to auto-tuning and tuning. The FP3 lacks a little bit, but where it picks up for where it lacks is the fact that it's so easy to use. This right here is what I recommend to the majority of you out there that are just going to do up to a stage 2. You're not going to be doing big builds, high compression ratios. You're not going to be doing crazy shit. The FP3 is perfect for you. You just plug it in, you set up the app. The app you can set up the app live on your phone, on your handlebars, and you're good to go. I mean, you're cooking. You just pick, press flash, and it's done. You can see all the different tables and everything that's going on with your bike. We'll get into all that. Before we get into exactly how you use these, we're going to go again. The hardest to use, and not really my recommendation to most of you out there because of EPA regulations, you're not going to be able to get the most out of your bike. The Pro Street Tuner. What's good about it? You're not going to avoid your warranty. Okay? So that Pro Street Tuner, that's good for you guys that have warranties. The Dynajet Power Vision. This is good for you guys out there that want to have a little bit of creative control over your motorcycle, and you're going to be doing big builds. You're going to be going up. You're going to be doing high compression ratios. You're going to be doing air fuel ratio changes. You're going to be doing spark injector duty cycles. This is what's made for you. And for those of you out there that are just going to maybe slap a hot cam in there, you know, the bolt-in cam, you're going to do a intake, some exhaust, maybe change out your exhaust, and you want to be able to change your throttle progressivity, the FP3 tuner, this one's for you. So with that said, let's jump into how to use the FP3 tuner in the app. Let's jump into how to use the Dynajet, and I guess I'll show you the Excel spreadsheet that comes with the Harley Pro Street tuner. All right, so here's the Vance and Hines. If you go to, it's going to open up the firmware. You're going to go to search for map. This is where you're going to find all the stuff. It's going to go exhaust manufacturers. They have everything in here. Once you hit your exhaust manufacturer, then it's going to go to your intake, your size of your motor, all that. It's going to flash a map to a section. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to my slot where my custom map is loaded. That's slot 2. And once you go into that custom map slot location, it's very easy to change your variables. It's very easy to use, very easy to read. I mean, whatever you press, they've made this for the average Joe that kind of is just like, what do I do? Here we go. We're going to go to throttle progressivity. You can do race 1-to-1. You can do all these different things. Now be careful. The race 1-to-1 throttle progressivity is pretty quick. You can change the speed limiters, turn it off. You can change your rev limiters. I wouldn't suggest going over 1,000 if you don't know what you're doing. But you can change D-cell pops. You can change all that. So this is the live interface, and this is what could be on your handlebars. You can see what's going on, the temperature, your battery, your duty cycles, your miles per hour. You have your O2, your voltage, torque. I mean, you can literally look at, you can even do, spark VEs. So you can look at everything. It's very easy to use, as you can see. So this is the power vision here. We're going to take it in and we're going to hook it into our CAN bus. This is the exact same place that you would hook your FP3 to. So as you can see, the screen is pretty nice. It's all touch screen. You got your settings. You have program vehicles, vehicle tools, dealer info, device info. You can, everything from check program vehicle, except now we have low tune, auto tune, quick tune, and then you have all the other different options. So auto tune, this is a great option. It works well. It works way better than the FP3 tuner does. I can promise you that. You got the quick tune, and then you have the load tune. Now the difference between this and custom tunes, the difference between this and the FP3 is that the FP3, you can see you pick your exhaust manufacturer, you pick this, that, This is not like that. If you see here, it says 15T, 10, blah, 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 blah. These are the tunes. So you have to know what the tunes are in order to load it into your motorcycle. It doesn't tell you the exhaust manufacturer. You have to go to the website. You got to figure it out. Now, if you see up here, slot 1, PVT, this is a map. This is a custom map specifically for this bike from Dynavision. They've tuned this to this bike. So that's what those are great for. So as you can see, it's pretty easy of access. You have all the other different, you have status, married to this bike. Okay, cool. Back. That's another thing I want to talk about. When you hook these to your bike and they marry to the ECM, there is no changing that. You can use these to check diagnostic tools on other people's bikes, but you cannot sell this to anybody else after you're done. You can go to your settings. You can change all this type of shit. Catalog. You can go to gauge. You can change your gauges. You can change all this bullshit. Vehicle tools. So you can see the DTC codes. You can read your ECM. You can restore to the original tune. Vehicle info. You can do all this. You can check what's going on with your bike. It'll tell you real time. The power vision is something, and like I said, I'm not going into all of these because you're not going to be able to understand it and read them. But this is the power vision setup. It's very easy to use. You just tap, 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 tap. And again, this has a lot more functionality when it comes to building out your bike for big power, for insane, different variables. This has the capability to go higher versus the FP3. So that's both of these. I'm going to keep this pretty short. This is what the Pro Street Tuner software looks like. As you can see, you're going to really have to know what you're doing, how you're reading this, what you're reading in order to use this on your own. So I'm not going to go any farther into this because it's very difficult for me to explain, but I mean, it's not very easy for you to use.